One misplaced letter in a treaty reshaped a country's map forever. Imagine your hometown suddenly belonging to another nation, all because of a spelling mistake. It sounds impossible, but history is full of moments where tiny errors caused massive ripples. Today on Lorelight, let's travel back to the 19th century, to a story chronicled in historical nonfiction, the time a single letter, yes, a literal letter of the alphabet, altered the fate of two nations. Picture diplomats, exhausted from weeks of negotiation, finally drafting a treaty meant to end a long-standing border dispute. The stakes are as high as they get, with livelihoods, cultures, and futures hanging in the balance. Here's where the power of detail comes in. In the rush to finalize the document, a scribe accidentally writes north instead of south when describing a boundary point along a river. Just one letter, but it changes everything. When the treaty is signed, both sides believe they're getting the territory they fought for. But when surveyors arrive years later, armed with maps, compasses, and the official document, they realize the border spelled out in the treaty leads to a completely different piece of land. The confusion isn't noticed immediately. For decades, families settle, build, and live their lives on what they think is their nation's soil. Generations pass. Then, as infrastructure projects begin and resources are discovered, the question resurfaces: who really owns this land? Lawyers and leaders pore over the treaty, only to find that single misspelled word shifting the boundary by miles. Suddenly, a small town is caught between two countries, each claiming rightful ownership based on the same sentence, but interpreted in opposite ways. This seemingly minor mistake launches a series of diplomatic standoffs. Both countries send officials, insist on their version of the map, and even bring in historians to argue their case. Instead of resolving the original dispute, the error becomes a new source of tension. Local families are left in limbo, unsure which nation's laws to follow, or whose taxes to pay. The border, once thought settled, becomes a symbol of uncertainty and the unintended power words can wield. Ultimately, the story serves as a cautionary tale. In global agreements, every word and every letter matters. A single slip can redraw maps and change lives for generations. The incident is more than a legal curiosity, it's a reminder that history often hinges on the smallest details. So next time you hear about treaties and negotiations, remember the letter that changed maps. It's proof that even in the age of grand decisions, the tiniest details can have world-changing consequences. Follow Lorelight for more stories worth knowing.